So I saw you just asked Trevin to pour your coffee into, and that was out of a paper cup into stainless steel?
Stainless steel, yeah.
Okay. What is the cause of that? Because that's one thing a lot of people were thinking of.
So there's there's been a lot of discussion around microplastics.
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere. They're in our clothes, they're in our food. We did this project where we said, okay, can we measure microplastics in my body? And so we did a few things. One is we measured microplastics in my blood, and we measured microplastics in my semen.
Okay.
And so two distinct biological systems. And we wanted to look at semen because fertility is really important. And we wanted to because there was a few studies that showed that 100% of tested males, men have microplastics in their balls and their semen. And so we wanted to basically pose this question, could we do anything in life that would lower my microplastic burden in my body, in my blood, and on my semen? And so we did a few things. Like one is cups they use for hot coffee, they leach microplastics. The heat causes the leaching of microplastics. So when you're drinking that coffee, you're consuming microplastics. And so we did that plus a whole bunch of other things to reduce it. And we dropped my microplastic burden by 87% in both blood and semen. And so that was a big win for us because no one in the world had ever demonstrated that you can look at both those things and look at the remediations. And the second thing we saw is we think that part of the reduction was from the things we did, like removing plastic cups, plastic cutting boards, like trying to remove plastic from the house. Then also dry sauna. We think dry sauna was potentially, we're not sure, potentially the cause of reducing microplastics in the body overall. So it's it's the example of where if you hear a headline of like toxin, like microplastic is scary, we try to lay out a clear path of like, you can do these things to reduce your exposure and to bring your levels down. So we do that systematically over like a whole bunch of things. But yeah, that's why I basically try to avoid any material that would be warmed and leach microplastics, whereas stainless steel, you don't have that leaching problem.
Got it. And what about using just our microwaves and stuff like that? Are there microplastics in there? I hear recently that there's microplastics in our air fryers and stuff like that. Is that stuff true, or is that just a sales pitch for them to get you to get a new air fryer?
Yeah. I mean, if your air fryer, I was looking into air fryer recently, I think a lot of them are made with plastic. And so you're heating these materials to certain degrees where you're inevitably going to have off-gassing of microplastics. So I know this is the thing, is like once you realize that plastic is a target, you come to learn it's in everything. No, like everywhere you look. So even now, like after I've tried to purge my life from plastic, I will still, here's an example. I was doing sauna to try to rid my body of toxins, including microplastics. I mistakenly used a towel that was 10% polyester and 90% cotton. So there I am trying to rid myself of toxins, and I'm using it on my body, right?
With the polyester, right?
I'm like wiping my body with toxins. So that was an idiotic mistake. But like an example, like we're just finding this forever. So we got rid of I thought that was a cotton towel, but it wasn't. But we got rid of that. But it's just forever. It's amazing how omnipresent they are.
Yeah, I've actually been working with this company, American Giant, that they make. They've tried to use just American cotton and make their products just in America. Like that's, I mean, just a top to bottom America only company that makes textiles or clothing, because they don't really even have those anymore.
Yeah.
I remember their journey was how do we even get a shirt made here? And it was seemingly impossible just because we don't have the looms or so many things we don't have. But we've been working on a cotton only underwear that would be just so it's only cotton, right? So you're not dealing with anything else.
That's awesome.
What fabrics have you found that are okay to kind of keep on your body that do not have microplastics in them? And which ones are the ones that people need to be wary of?
Yeah, there's a list. So, I mean, one is on the cotton stuff is everything I put into my body, we test. Like all the food I eat. So we were testing clothing, and actually we tested a diaper where the portion of the diaper that absorbs the urine for the baby, we tested that, and it was like 8 times as high in glyphosate. So cotton, unexpectedly,
that's
right?
What's in the pesticides.
Exactly. So cotton is better than like a polyester, but cotton is also not it's not just pure, right? So there could be residual pesticides in your cotton. Like how fast does it come out? We don't know. But this is like, this is like dangerous because I think a lot of people listening are kind of like, oh my God, I give up. Like, what do I do?
Right.
But like, I want to give you hope. Like you just slowly peel back one layer after another, like chip away. It's okay. Like we'll get on top of this. But just like, you just know that there's always these layers. So yeah, so we tested that. So that's in the diaper. Now, there's no evidence that glyphosate can go from a diaper into the skin. No one's tested it. So maybe it is. But if it is, that's terrible. We're bathing our children, we're bathing their private parts in pesticides in these diapers. And so like, this is the kind of thing where I'm saying like, once you start chasing these paths, you just find out society has built itself for profit. They've not built itself for life. And that's what you see everywhere.